So yesterday was Bryana's testimony. And again, I'm standing by my opinion of, I don't know what the heck we're doing at this point. Her entire testimony about the abuse that she received from Diddy was while her, Cassie, and Diddy were under the influence of narcotics. And I'm talking about heavy narcotics. Now, I'm not in the narcotics scene. That's not a vice I've ever chosen to engage in recreationally. But I would assume that the drug use could cause an issue with your paranoia. I would assume that the drug use, the extensive drug use, would make it where you cannot necessarily recollect what actually happened in those moments because everything's either exaggerated or you can also be hallucinating, okay? And hearing things, seeing things. Also, I would assume that your relevance to time would be off. So you could say, we've been in this room for hours and it's really been 15 minutes. Or we've been in this room for 8 days and it's really been like 4 hours. You know what I mean? I would think that that would not be very credible. On the stand, she admitted to being Cassie's drug dealer. She admitted that her and Cassie engaged in recreational drugs prior to her relationship with Diddy, and they were both drug addicts. She even mentioned Ray J's name as another drug dealer that they got drugs from. So all of these drugs were not coming just from Diddy. He may have supplied drugs before or on an occasion or several occasions. However, she was a drug dealer and they also were both drug addicts. She also said that she was not involved in the freak off, but after they had, I guess, their session of drugs, she left and they engaged in a freak off. That's what Cassie told her. But this is Cassie's friend. And it makes it very difficult to believe people when they are so connected to the victim that they're really good friends with them and they just spoke with them like a day ago. Also, it's very difficult to have as much sympathy for someone when they are getting civil lawsuits against somebody and they're not trying to convict somebody criminally and they're willing to settle civilly. Now, she mentioned something about a bruise. Now, this is the thing. It's really important to know about people's character.